Hello everybody, this is GamerGar. Welcome back to another video of Stardew Valley. For today's video, I'm going to bring to you something totally different. This is going to be a Stardew Valley color challenge, and here's how it works. I have an app here on my phone that will select a random color. Whatever color that app selects, that is the color we're going to use for 1 month in the game, where we can only sell items of that color. So let's activate the app right now and see what color we get. So the app is just spinning right now. Let's see what color it's going to land on. And there we have it. We have gotten yellow. So yellow is the color we're going to use in this video. Let's see how much money we can make in spring using the color yellow. It is day number 1 and the color that we have gotten is yellow, which is really good for us. That means we can use these parsnip seeds because parsnips are yellow, of course. So we are going to plant these parsnips, we're going to grow them up, and we are going to sell them. Parsnips will be one of the primary resources we'll be using in this video to make money. But not to worry, there are other resources we can get our hands on that will also make money. So I'm just going to cut down a couple of trees here, and as per usual, I'm going to make a nice little chest. Put that right outside my house so I can just store all my tools and items I don't need inside it. I'm also going to run around and pick up some forageables. Daffodils I can also sell because they are primarily yellow, but that's the only forageable I can sell in spring. With the rest of my money, I just buy some parsnip seeds off PR and I plant those. In the second day here now, Willie sends us a letter to come down, so he's going to give us a fishing rod. We'll meet him later on. First, we're going to water our lovely parsnip seeds. Our next parsnip seeds are all watered. We'll then go for some fishing. Now, there are some fish we can get in spring that are yellow that we can sell. A carp, I believe, is the only yellow fish actually we can sell in spring. Now, the dandelion does have a little bit of yellow on it, but because it also has white and it's primarily made up of green, I'm not counting that towards a sellable forageable. So only the daffodil I will sell. I actually can't purchase a training rod off Willie because I can't afford it. I need to sell some yellow items to get money. So I'm going to fish up in the lake area because this is a nice place to get carp. And now the carp don't give a whole lot of XP, but you know what? They're the only fish we can sell. They also don't give a whole lot of money, but we don't have a choice. We picked the color yellow, so you know, we laid our bed, we got to sleep in it. So I spend a great deal of time up here trying to get carp, and it's the one time that the game decides to not give me a huge amount of carp. Instead, it's giving me bullheads, largemouth basses, and it's even giving me emeralds that I can't sell. So, you know, I'm going to have to throw the emeralds away because the emerald is absolutely worthless to me on this challenge run. I need yellow related items. So I need as many carps as possible from fishing today to make some sort of money so I can get something that will make my life a little bit easier. Now, I did level up in foraging, which was nice, and I also got a few levels up in fishing as well, which is good. Because the more levels I get in fishing, the better quality carps I can catch, the more money they go for. So day 3 we get the rainy day, but obviously, you know, unlike other challenges, we're not going to try to fish up catfish today. No, we are going to cut down an absolute mountain of trees because trees give sap. Sap is yellow and we can sell that for money. There's no point going down to the, you know, to the waters today to fish because most of the fish there we won't be able to sell. So we're just going to switch it up today. We're just going to cut down trees, get sap, sell it, and if we get low on energy, we've got plenty of fish from yesterday to eat to refill our energy right back up, no problem. The largemouth basses aren't too bad at all, giving back energy. Now obviously they're much better for selling, but for this particular challenge, we just eat them. So it's 6:30 now in the day. I ran out of fish to eat, so I just went up to the lake here to get more, primarily for energy for future endeavours, but also to see if I could just get a couple of carp while I'm up here as well. I did cut down a lot of trees though, and I did accumulate a lot of sap, which I'll sell later on. So I spend the whole day fishing today now, should I get some carp. The game doesn't give me a whole lot of carp, unfortunately. It does give me a lot of chubs though, and chubs would come in real handy for when the mines open up, because the chub is a great fish for energy. But right now I had no money to my name, and I really needed something to get the ball rolling. So I get level 3 in fishing, which is really nice. And I got a little bit of money today from selling stuff, got 1,000 gold. So that came primarily from the carp there and also from the sap. And I got a few bits and pieces from the daffodils as well. So not too shabby for the colour that I got, 1,000 gold today. Day number 4, if I see daffodils, I pick them up straight away because that is extra money in my pocket. We're going to go straight up to Pierre here, and we're going to sell him these daffodils, and we're going to buy more parsnip seeds. So we get 53 parsnip seeds right there. Now, the profit margins aren't huge for the parsnips, so because I can get so many, it will make a big difference when I get to sell them all in the end. So I'm just going to go back to the farm here now. I'm going to hoe up the ground, water it, and we'll put down our lovely parsnip seeds. And the great thing about parsnips is that they only take 4 days to grow. So these aren't things I'm going to be watering for half the season. You know, you can plant these tactically, grow them up within a few days. If you can get a rainy day here or there, it's even better. And before you know it, you've got tons of parsnips ready to go for lots of money. So once all the parsnips are done, my energy is almost totally spent. But not to worry, I've got lots of chubs I can eat to get that energy right back up again. We'll spend the rest of the day fishing because the mines haven't opened yet. So the more caps we get, the better. I got a nice iridium carp there, which was lovely. So that will sell for the most gold, of course. And we get level 4 fishing as well. So we get the recycling machine. Not that we're going to use that because that doesn't really give much yellow items at all, bar sap. On day 5, the first lot of parsnips have come along. So we're just going to pick all these up. We got our first level in farming, which is great. So now we can make the scarecrow to scare off them crows. And we might head into the mines too as well for a little bit of an adventure. There are items we can get in the mines that are yellow, of course, that we can sell. If we take a look at the gold ores, the gold bars, and of course the solar essences that drop from many enemies in the mines, we can sell all those items if we can get our hands on them. Unfortunately, all those items are at the lower levels of the mines, so we won't be seeing those super soon. So I'm going to run into Pierre here now, sell him some stuff. That put me up on 1400, and I'm going to buy even more parsnips and plant those, just to keep the ball rolling on the money. I'll then head into the mines here now, and of course we start level 1, but we managed to work our way down very quickly. And when I got to level 3 here, I found a real nice room filled up with lots of copper ores and barrels and crates. So I'm just going to hit all these open. Of course we'll mine all the lovely copper as well. Copper is super important to us at the moment because we need to make lots and lots of furnaces. Now copper is orange, not yellow, unfortunately, so I can't sell the copper. But to be honest, I wouldn't probably sell it anyway. I'd probably make furnaces out of it instead. So on floor number 9 here, I get super lucky and a wooden club drops from one of the crates, which is a huge weapon upgrade for me. This is going to make life much easier in the lower to mid levels of the mines, especially its secondary function, which is the ground slab. If used right with the mouse, it can deal huge amounts of damage to multiple enemies around you. So we're just heading through the mines here now. I got down to floor number 10, but it's only 20 past 4, so there's still a lot of time left in the day for us to proceed even more, so we continue forward. And when I got to level 29 here, I actually got totally exhausted. I actually got exhausted in level 27, I got lucky with ladders. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the last ladder to get to floor number 30, so I passed out. So I'll have to start back on floor 25 the next day. So a crow nicked one of my parsnips, but it's okay, it's just one, it's not the end of the world. And just got a few letters here from people saying, be careful, Harvey billed me 1 gold from passing out in the mines. Thanks very much, Harvey. Harvey's such a great friend. There's not many doctors on this planet that would bill you 1 gold for medical damages. But Harvey's the exception. So I spent some time today watering these crops. Now, there are many crops here. It does take time and, of course, energy to water them all, but I don't have much of a choice because yellow items aren't exactly very common at the moment. But we are back in the mines. It is late, but we're making our way down. We're in the middle stratum now, the 40s. So we're getting our hands on iron ores. I'm still using a regular pickaxe, of course, because I just don't have the money to upgrade it yet. Normally, by the time I get to the middle levels, I generally go to Clint and upgrade the pickaxe before I even set foot in here. But desperate times call for desperate measures. It is also really nice to get the copper nodes on the middle levels and the endgame levels, because copper is something that I find is always needed, especially for the furnaces and especially for tool upgrades that we will have to do eventually if we want to make the most out of our days, get the most out of our time. You know, tool upgrades can go an extremely long way. Now, those ghosts are always a pain because by the time you encounter them, you never have a great weapon to do them in fast. But Sometimes the ghosts are worth killing, especially for us because they can drop solar essences. So if the ghosts do get in my way, I will attack it. If it dies, I will of course collect a solar essence from it. Now, it got very late tonight. I did make a staircase because I just wanted to get that checkpoint floor 65 instead of starting back on floor 60. So I just popped a staircase there for that. So day number 8, a new batch of parsnips have arisen and we're going to harvest those. We got to level up in farming again, which is nice. So what we're trying to get here, if we can, and it would be really nice, would be a level 6 farming. We could actually get the quality sprinkler because we're in the mines a lot. I also got some topazes, and that's a yellow item, so I sold that directly to Clint there for some money. And I was going to actually get more parsnips, but you know what? I decided to get a backpack upgrade because it's actually very hard, especially if you're farming in the mines, you know, to keep everything you're getting in one limited loot bag. So I got super lucky here and I got a diamond. Now diamonds of course aren't yellow. However, the diamonds will have a very important use for us later on in the game. But I'm going to let you guess what that is for now. I'm not going to spoil it. But diamonds are something I do collect, and diamonds are something that we can use later on in the game if we meet certain requirements. So an elite slime popped up. It dropped a lovely yellow ring that I couldn't pick up, so it was actually distraught over it. I believe it was a glow ring, and I probably would have sold that to the Adventurers Guild. I would have got a couple of 100 gold for it. But it got stuck on the wall, so I couldn't get it. I did get down to floor 69 here. Lots more crates. I just love smashing open crates in this game to get more goodies. And I'm just collecting iron ore along the way as well. So what's great here is that the iron ore isn't totally useless. Not in the long run. Obviously you need it to make sprinklers, but when you have your sprinklers made, what else can you do? If you get your mining level high enough, you can transmute it into gold ore. So if I have the sprinklers done and I see the extra iron ores, I'll definitely pick them up because they will have a use later on. Down to floor 70 and we get the master slingshot. Now we won't actually use that because we need to keep all the ores that we get, of course. But we are making our way down, which is really nice. So as you can see there, I got the lead rod upgrade. But when I kill the skeleton, we're going to get even luckier and we pick up the bone sword. It's a magnificent weapon, super fast. Really good damage for a level 5 weapon. It's a magnificent weapon if you can get into the skeleton levels here and you don't have a great weapon on hand. Now, because I'm exhausted again, I don't swing too fast, so the skeletons do pose a little bit of a threat. However, I do have 10 cherry bombs at my disposal that I created using copper ores and coal, and I used the cherry bombs to blow open the nodes here to try to get some more staircases so I can go down further. So I just got another staircase there that brings me down to floor number 73. So on floor 73 we're going to pop another cherry bomb. Let's see if we can get down to floor 74. Yes, we can. So we've got a good few cherry bombs left. We just got to grab one more floor and then we can probably call it a day at floor 75. I just basically ran out of energy food. I did have a lot of fish, but all those parsnips, watering those every day, it takes up a huge amount of energy. And obviously the fish doesn't last forever. So I got down to floor 75, which was great. I then turned in, called it a night. Got a couple of levels up. Got level 4 mining, which was really nice. And on day number 9, the rest of the parsnips could be harvested, which was amazing. Level 3 farming right there, which is nice. So I'll learn new recipes tonight when I go to sleep. And I almost got level 4 farming. Very close, but no cigar. So as we can see there, I've got regular silver and gold star parsnips. Now, I'm going to sell all those, of course, but we go back into the mines. I got a topaz here, which is nice, so if I see these topazes, I scoop them up straight away, because they sell for nice amounts of money as well. So we are farming copper today, and why are we doing that? Because we need to make more furnaces. It's because we are now starting to accumulate iron ores, and we're going to be going down into the lower levels soon to get gold ores, so we need to increase our furnace capacity. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Pierre, we're going to sell him these parsnips, that brings us up to 2700 gold. And before I go into the lower levels, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my pickaxe because there's absolutely zero point going into those lower levels with a regular pickaxe. It would take far too many swings to break open even the most basic of rocks. So we'll upgrade it to the copper pickaxe and that should do us in for the rest of the challenge. So I just spent the rest of the day fishing up some fish here, get a couple of carps, Sell those for some money. If I get any other fish, I'll just keep those for energy and health. Level 3 farming, and we also get level 5 fishing. So obviously I'm just going to take the fisher, so the carp sell for just a little bit more money, which is always nice. I was thinking about the crab pot, but then I said to myself, I don't think you can get anything yellow from the crab pots. So I just went with the fisher perk instead. Fish worth 25% more money. The next day, we're just back fishing again because we're trying to accumulate now lots and lots of food and carp to sell, of course, for the big grind we're going to do in the mines for gold, for sprinklers, for even more money. Because at the end of the day, this challenge is all about how creative we can be to make money by just selling one item of colour. And also how much gold we can get at the very end. I wonder how much gold we get at the very end. So the game is teasing me again there with more emeralds. I would have preferred the topazes, of course. But I do get a couple of carps. 37, 46 and 56 gold with the regular silver and gold star carp. 139 glorious gold in the bag from that day of fishing. But on day 11 we do get our copper pickaxe off Clint. And we also go into the community centre because the reason why I came in here is because I want to activate fast travel, and I should have done it earlier, but I just didn't think about it. So I'm just going to purchase one parsnip, one bean starter, one cauliflower seed and one potato seed off our lovely Pierre here. And this is just for the community centre. I already have all the forageables, and all I need after that then is just a couple of mining materials, and I've got the fast travel unlocked, no problem at all. So we're making our way through the mines now again. I've got a good weapon and I'm on a really nice floor here. Once I kill all these bats, I'll be able to farm lots of iron ore before I go down into the lovely gold ore levels. So there's lots of iron ore here ready to take up. And all this iron ore will be processed into bars, and that will be further processed into sprinklers, because later on I will more than likely purchase tons and tons of parsnips. So many that it will be impossible to water them all in one day without sprinklers. So when I get to floor 80, I get a lovely boot upgrade, the Firewalker Boots. That's more defense for me, which is very much welcome. Because when you get into the lower levels here of the mines, the enemies hit much, much harder. So you gotta watch out, especially the slimes. They can hit you for quite a punch. So as we can see here now, the enemies are gone harder, but it's totally worth it because now we can finally get our hands on gold. And we can sell this for money if we need it, or we can save it up and make sprinklers once we get the farming at level 6. So in the meantime, we're probably going to start selling some of that stuff because we don't have a whole lot of gold at the moment, and we do need some deep pockets if we are going to have a giant parsnip farm. Now, we're not halfway through spring yet. It has been a slow start, but I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up very soon, and it's going to become a little bit intense and a little bit crazy in terms of the tactics that we are going to use to empower this run. So I get the obsidian edge and I swap it out because it's a slightly stronger weapon than the bone sword. So we'll just throw the bone sword away and we'll replace it with the lovely obsidian edge, a slightly, ever so slightly stronger weapon. Now some people prefer the bone sword to the obsidian edge, but it's just my opinion. I think the obsidian edge is a bit better. So I also spoke to the wizard just so I can communicate with those bundles inside the community centre, and then it was back down into the mines to get, you guessed it, more gold ore. Now I did get a spiral floor, but I went all the way down to the bottom in the hopes to get something decent out of one of these crates, and I did. I got a huge weapon upgrade, the Yeti Tooth, and that will make killing monsters a lot easier for me. The Yeti Tooth also gives me a +4 defense, which is really nice as well to have. Now there are better weapons you can get pre-Skull Cavern, but the Yeti Tooth is nothing to snuff at. And I make it down to level 100 and I get my lovely star drop. And the reason why the star drop is so important for me is because this challenge is an energy intensive challenge. So maximizing my energy this early is hugely beneficial for me. Now I was going to fish up some potential lava eels, but I said no, and I just kept going with the grind with the mines to get more ores. When I went to sleep I got some nice levels. Level 5 mining geologist did look good, you know, for double topazes, even double diamonds, but I went with the miner +1 ore per vein because bars are still more important in the long run. I'm at a glorious 412 gold today from sap, topazes and solar essences. Back down into the mines, day number 13, and another lovely diamond is in our path. The game just loves to tease me because it knows that I cannot sell the diamond. However, If you do see a diamond, you should always mine it because of the sheer amount of mining XP it gives. I'm going to get a whopping 150 mining XP when I break that lovely diamond open. Now it does take 5 swings with a copper pickaxe. It actually takes 10 swings with a regular pickaxe, which is crazy, but it's worth it. Look at the amount of XP it gives. So I went to the Easter event today, and there I am, behind the statue there. I think that's hilarious. Spoke to the mayor, let the challenge begin. I'm not going to show the challenge because we've all seen it 101 times, but let's see if I won. Abigail is the one to beat, and lots of eggs are required to beat her. I think you need 8 to win. But I got it. I won, finally, which means I get the lovely straw hat, but more importantly, it's yellow, and I just wanted something yellow on my head. Maybe it'll give me some extra luck, maybe it will make more yellow items appear in the game. Who knows? Stardew Valley could have hidden mechanics that still haven't been discovered. So that is my lovely straw hat, and that ended a day. But more importantly, I felt like I needed a break from the fishing and the mines, so it was a nice way to break up the challenge and just kind of go into the event and enjoy myself for a little bit. Back down into the mines, and look what happens. Yes, it is another diamond, just sitting on the ground, staring at us, begging to be picked open, and of course we oblige. Pick open the diamond, another 150 mining XP. And we also get the space boots level 110, and these will be the best boots we will get during this challenge. Space boots are very nice indeed. You can get better boots, of course, over on Ginger Island. And we make it down to the bottom here, floor 120, and we get the Skull Key, so we can now access the Skull Cavern. Well, not technically yet, because we don't have access to the desert. I wonder, could we get access to the desert on this challenge run? So basically what I'm doing here now in day 15 is letting Clint to break open geodes for yellow items. I do get a few yellow items. So I get some calcites here, so I'll sell those. A jagoite, I think that's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. I sell that because it's yellow. I keep the gold ore because I'll just turn those into bars later on. And back to the mines there, we're smelting more ores into bars. And here we go again, another diamond. And what I've noticed here is that I'm getting a lot of these diamonds kind of on the same level types. You know, where there's fluorine down and where there's crates. And I even get another diamond a few floors later. 4,600 gold today, primarily from selling some gold bars. And a topaz, of course, and a couple of monster items such as solar essence. So I've got almost 5,800 gold at my disposal at the moment, and I've hoed up some ground there on the farm. It's also the salmon berry season, so if I see salmon berries, I'll get them because they're extra energy, they're free energy. And I purchased 285 parsnip seeds off Pierre, which is quite a lot. And this now makes the challenge very hard, very time consuming, very tedious, because I only have starter tools. I just have a basic watering can. So one of the main reasons I decided to get the seeds now, because the next day was a rainy day, so I knew that would be one less day I would have to water these crops. But it will take me the whole day to hoe the ground open, plant these crops and get them watered. It was intensive, but we did it. Just barely, just so you know, barely. But that basically took the whole day to do. But it will be worth it in the long run, because when these parsnips are fully grown, we can sell them for huge amounts of money. So the next day, of course, was a rainy day, and it's nice getting gold clusters like that. Just pop open a cherry bomb, blow them open, lovely gold in the bag. We get some nice levels up too today, so we get some farming XP, we also get some combat XP and some mining XP. So we just learnt the gold transmutation right there, which is really nice. That means if we have any iron bars lying around the place we don't need, we can always just convert them up into gold bars. So day number 18 was not a rainy day, which means we have to water all of these parsnips. But once they were watered, I went back to Pierre, and guess what? I bought even more parsnips because I had the money to do so. And these parsnips are going to get me tons of money when they're all grown. Day 19, this is what our new parsnip farm looks like. Have you ever seen a farm so big filled up to the top with parsnips? This is what a parsnip farm looks like. You just got to be careful, you know, with the scarecrows to make sure that the regular birds don't nick your lovely crops. So I had to make some more scarecrows as well. So when I was finished prepping up the farm, I went into the mines here, and I had a lot of fire quartz. Converted all those into refined quartz, because now is the time I needed to make mats to make sprinklers. No, I can't make the sprinklers yet. I still need level 6 in farming, but we should get that pretty soon. I also went down here and I got myself more copper ores because I wanted to make more furnaces to increase my furnacing power. Of course, I didn't say no to the bugs because I can turn that bug meat into bug steak, which would give me more energy. Now, I do have lots of energy food in a chest, but it does run out very quickly. And the last thing I want to do at this stage is to waste days fishing up, you know, fish for energy where I could be getting gold bars for more money, which means I can do more in spring the more money I get. So that is the glorious floor 11, and once I make more furnaces here, I can then get all the gold that I've accumulated and I can just smelt all that, no problem at all. And I've got some iron ores there as well. So this is all going to come in super handy later on when I make those sprinklers. I get super lucky here too and I get a mushroom floor, and I actually got a nice few purple mushrooms, which are going to come in so handy because they give you tons of energy back. Purple mushrooms are the best thing you can pull up from the cave floor, hands down. Day 20, look at all the parsnips that have grown. Hundreds. We are going to harvest all these parsnips. Let's see how many farm levels we can get. We're on farming level 4 at the moment. So the next couple of harvests here are going to pull us up to 5. We just need one more farming level and we can make the quality sprinkler. Now we could have made the regular sprinkler, but you're much better off in my opinion to save your materials, grow the extra few levels, and then just go with the quality ones because they cover a much bigger range. They cover double the range, 8 slots in total, or 8 tiles in total. So I'm going to sell the parsnip spear. That's 11,000 gold I have right now, but I don't buy any more parsnips off him yet. Instead, I want to put down the sprinklers first and then purchase the parsnips. It's only the 20th, they only take 4 days to grow, so I have time to do it. Now, I know I could have purchased the parsnips today, harvested them on the 24th, and then done a second batch and got them on the 28th. However, that would have been way too tough, way too time consuming because of the amount of crops that are there. So Demetrius visited us today. I started the mushroom cave because the mushroom cave generates mushrooms every single day and I can eat those for energy and health. So that was a total no-brainer for this challenge. I managed to make 37 quality sprinklers with the mats that I've accumulated from going into the mines all the time, because that's all I've been doing really, you know, in spring, was just going into the mines. So I've had a ton of resources saved up in the chest there. I'm going to put down as many sprinklers here as possible, and I do cover a lot of ground with this. That's going to save me tons of time on watering. So we're going to go to Clint, we're going to sell him the rest of the gold bars, bringing us up to almost 15,000 gold. What are we going to do with all that gold? Well, we are going to go to Pierre, and we are going to make his day, and we're going to give him an early Christmas and purchase 729 parsnip seeds. That was a huge mistake, just so you know, because I literally did not have enough time in the day, even though it was raining, to get all these planted. All I had to do was just plant them, hold the ground, plant more, but because I had so many, just wasn't enough time in the day. But I did make a good stab at it, and I did run around the farm here like a lunatic farmer, trying to plant as many parsnips as possible. I also tried to do it in a way where I could fill in the gaps later on with sprinklers, but it was taking up too much time, so I had to cut some corners. In the end, I had to make some sacrifices and just start hoeing all around me, worry about the consequences later. Despite those actions, of course, there was still over 200 parsnip seeds that I couldn't get planted this day, but not to worry. It was only the 21st. I had still a good few days to get the rest of those parsnip seeds planted. Also, on the 22nd, a new batch of parsnips fully grown, so I harvested all those and I'll use the slots that they were in for new parsnips. So this is also going to push me up to level 7 farming as well, which is nice. It's always nice to get the levels up in farming. It just means bigger farming proficiency, less energy when you use the watering can, so it's all good, it's all a big bonus. Back into the mines, and yes, even though I sold my gold bars to Clint, which was a big mistake, I had to get more. I had to make more sprinklers to make my life easier. I also killed a slime, and a slime dropped another diamond. This game has just thrown diamonds at me, and the reason why it's doing that is because it knows I'm doing a color challenge and I can't sell the diamonds. So it was time to fill out some community center bundles. I had all the mats with me to unlock fast travel. We started, of course, with the forageable bundle. We filled that out. That unlocked the crops bundle. We done that, easy peasy. pumpkin squeezy. I got speed grow. I actually used that speed grow as well to speed up the time for some of the parsnips. And we do the blacksmith bundle, which was just bars. We do the geologist bundle, which is just stuff that you pick up from the ground in the caves, all common enough on each of their representative levels. And last but certainly not least, of course, was the adventures bundle, and it's just one solar essence, one void essence are the easiest things you can put in there, of course. So that gives me a small magnet ring, which I use, and a nice furnace, which is super handy, and some omni geodes. But more importantly, the ability to use the minecarts is now activated, so we can fast travel all around the map to make this challenge a little bit easier. So the Junimos are happy, and we're also happy too, because we can now fast travel. Day number 23, and guess what? We're back in the mines. And we're looking for gold, we're looking for everything, to be honest with you. We're looking for stone, we're looking for copper. If we can make more furnaces, that'll be a bonus as well. And of course we're looking for iron. Now, if I see the emeralds, I get them, because there is a chance if I can get to the desert, I might be able to trade in emeralds for cheese. Cheese is yellow, I can sell cheese. So I'm not ignoring the emeralds, it is in the back of my mind. I get level 7 combat, but look at that. There is a yellow ring there I can make called the Ring of Yoba. Now, normally if you're making a Ring of Yoba, it's not true profit, because you're not going to make a profit, you know, because the ring is only worth 750 gold and you need a diamond to make it. You also need 5 gold bars and 5 iron bars. However, because we're doing the color challenge, we will absolutely use all of our gold bars, iron bars and diamonds to make Rings of Yoba and sell those later on to the Adventurers Guild to make loads of money. And that is why the diamonds have come in super handy. So thank you very much, game, for throwing all those diamonds at me. We will convert all those diamonds into Rings of Yoba and sell them in the Adventurers Guild. But first, of course, we need to build up the mats to make them, because one ring requires 5 gold and iron bars. So that's a lot of bars we need. That's a lot of ores. We also killed another red slime, and guess what? Yeah, it dropped another diamond. The amount of luck that I got this spring with diamonds has been absolutely insane. Never got so lucky in my life with the amount of diamonds that this seed is giving me. Day number 25, look at all the parsnips ready to go. They are just begging to be harvested and to be sold off to lovely Pierre himself. So we are going to start up here in the top left, and we're going to work our way down. We're going to harvest all these lovely parsnips. It will take quite some time to do, but it will be absolutely worth it, because we are going to make an absolute ton of money from selling these parsnips. Like, one parsnip on its own isn't going to get you a whole lot of money, but when you literally have hundreds and hundreds of parsnips like this, you will bring in a couple of thousand gold, no problem at all. That's 457 parsnips, 458 ready to go. And look at that, we're back in the mines. It's another diamond on the ground. And what's very unusual here is that it's also close to tiling area. So I wonder, do certain map areas in the game have higher chances of spawning a diamond? Who knows? 20,000 gold for parsnips. Thank you very much. We will absolutely take that. What are we going to do with 20,000 gold? We could purchase... Actually, no, we couldn't. If we were to purchase parsnips now, they would grow in time, because there's only 2 days left in the season. So that money is just sitting there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to unlock the desert. But we need a lot more money if we're going to do that. Do we have enough parsnips to unlock the desert? Let's find out. I've got another at least 250 parsnips there I pulled up from the ground that we can sell. We're going to go back down into the mines. I got a Dwarf Scroll 4, which is yellow. We can absolutely sell that. And of course, if we see ores like copper, if we see iron, we're absolutely going to get those, because it means that we can transmute those up into gold bars, because you can transmute copper into iron bars and iron into gold bars. They're just the leftover bars though. What we really want are iron bars and gold bars for Rings of Yoba, because that is going to get us a nice amount of cash, because we have a lot of diamonds accumulated. So we have 10 diamonds here in total, and we have lots of gold and iron bars, so we are now going to make tons of Rings of Yoba. So we'll be able to make 10 of these total, and each of these rings sell for 750 gold, so we will get 7,500 gold from selling these lovely Rings of Yoba. Now, I was tempted to just equip one of the rings, because it is a very nice ring, to be honest, but the enemies in the regular mines don't pose too much of a threat. I also converted the remaining iron bars into gold bars, so we can sell those to Clint as well directly if we want, or we can just put them in the in the shipping bin from Mary Lewis. So Marlon happily takes all of the lovely rings off me, which is one of the really nice perks of the Adventurers Guild. That brings us up to 36,000 gold, but it's still not enough to get access to the desert. Level 9 farming, however, we're going to make more money from the parsnips that we harvested. Boom, 16,000 gold. 1 gold for Dwarf Scroll, but you know what? We're not going to complain because it's a yellow item. We sold it. That's 1 extra gold in the pocket for us. 250 gold for the gold bar. We even sold some gold ore and a topaz. And of course, we got lots more gold for the lovely yellow parsnips. And that is going to put us up into the leagues of opening up the vault. So the 2,500 gold bundle, done. 25,000 gold bundle, done. The 5,000 gold bundle, done. And the 10,000 gold bundle in the bag. We get lovely rewards, including a lovely crystallarium. So what an adventure this has been. Day number 27, and we even unlocked the desert by just selling yellow related items. So on the last day, we're going to purchase a lovely ticket off Pam. We're going to go to the desert, sit down on the bench, and we're going to take a lovely deep breath and admire the lovely scenery. So that is the colour picker challenge. If you'd like to see more colour picker challenges like this, then let me know in the comments. So this challenge was colour yellow. I wonder what we could do with different colours. So I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. This was the first colour challenge video that we have done, and we've done it with Stardew Valley. If you want to see more colour challenge videos like this, then just let me know in the comments. We can always look into using different colours to see what we can achieve in various seasons of the game. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so when future videos and streams are released, you'll be notified about that. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye for now.